Welcome everybody, I'm Burner. This is The Walking Dead Road to Survival, and we're just gonna live stream, do some fun things, see who drops in, and see what we can share tonight. I did make my first survival road supply depot purchase, which I'll show. Um, we'll cash in some more gear gateway tokens and do another pull, and we'll probably get some of these raid energies out of the way. See if we get lucky with any drops. Um, Probably just hang out for a bit, wait for see if anybody wants to drop in, and start hashing away on this roadmap in the meantime, just for a little bit of visuals. Hey everybody, see a couple watchers in. Who's going on out there? How's everybody's day or night treating you? Another watcher in. How's everybody doing? We're going to do a few things. Going to reveal my first survival road purchase. Talk about that a bit. Um, Open up some more gear gateway tokens. Do another pull there. As you can see, we're kind of working on a roadmap here, just buying some time. See who's going to drop in. See if we can get some dialogue going. And then we'll probably just do some raids. See if we get any good drops tonight. Start working towards these collections as always. What else? New Jesus just hit. If you guys haven't seen yet, go ahead and jump into the game. A new human shield Jesus looks pretty beastly. New tune on the block will probably get put together tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon for me. So be on the lookout for that. And let's see. Just put up another worth the squeeze here on this ultra rare gear pieces. So give that a look too. The Cliff Notes version of it though is lemons, lemons, lemons. So go ahead and hold off till the end of the event. That's my advice on that one. So many fuses. Who knows if we'll ever use all those. Uh, I feel like we're getting so many fuses that we'll probably see one of those sort of scrap piece collections at the end of everything, where you sort of turn in some of our scraps um, to kind of get some use out of them. But I feel like we have a lot of fuses by now. Let's see. Let's see if we can get some raid drops, get this energy low, and get that next one working up. I don't like to sit on 6 too much when I'm actually on. See if we can find some resources. You know, it's always a little tougher to raid for resources during level up events. Well, here we go. Who is this? I'm not 100% sure what team we're going to get ourselves into. Let's see if we're strong enough for it, though. 86 should be pretty okay. Well, speak of the devil, we have our first human shield, Jesus. What level is he? Randomly give another member first 3 turns. Well, let's go ahead and work on him. He's already attacking. Now everybody's attack is up. Yeah, this is going to be problematic. I don't know if I like this, Jesus. Let's see what we have left. You know, if Glenn can stay alive, we got a chance to swing this back, especially now that Krista's up. Hey, Homo sapien, what's going on, man? Welcome, welcome. Just doing a couple raids here, kind of buying time, letting people drop in. Gonna do a few fun things, hopefully. Gonna show off my first survival road purchase. We'll open up another gear gateway pool. Nice. You know, maybe jump back into the roadmap, grab some stuff. What else is going on? We'll just talk about random stuff. You know how it's been. You dropped in a few times. So things are looking pretty good out there. Just fuses. Yeah, before you dropped in, I was just talking about how we'll probably see a you know, fuse collection at the end to kind of wrap up. We're gonna have so many fuses, I feel like, at the end of all this. Well, I got you on. Looks like we got 4 other watching. I'll go ahead and break the suspense and show you guys my first survival road purchase. Hold your breath. You're gonna love it. That's right. It's a multi-tool knife, but it was on extreme sale. I do want to explain it. If you haven't put much thought into it, this is my plan. Sure, if I didn't buy anything, I could get the character first and sooner, but you need these multi-tool knives to upgrade any epic we get. So anytime I see one on extreme sale like I did now, I'm going to buy it. It will delay when I buy the tune, but it should speed up me maxing the tune out because I'll be able to get the pieces I need for a complete tier 4 max level cheaper, which means that I'll get them sooner. Yeah, you know, I'm giving thought to I'm obviously doing pulls regularly. I like to have something to show you guys, you know, when you drop in. So I'm kind of just piecemealing the gateway tokens. You know, I definitely have more than 1 or more than 3 at the moment to do an opening, but I'll probably save them up to hopefully end with a bang, especially if we don't have luck, you know, during the rest of the event. It'll be nice to kind of go out with a whole bunch of them, whether, you know, we're disappointed or not, which will probably happen, but we'll probably end on something big. But yeah, so as far as survival road, survival markers, that's what I would suggest you do. I still don't see a lot of value in going after one of the 4 stars, just because with the amount of time, it's worth saving for an epic. But if you see any multi-tool knives on extreme sale, go ahead and snatch them up. It should be pretty readily, easily to do since this part of the supply depot refreshes every 24 hours. So we'll see a lot more of these chances pop up than normal. Do you know anyone who has pulled a 5-star from the gateway? Nobody personally. I've obviously seen some of the pulls on you know, some of the boards and forums, you know, Scopely, Facebook, Reddit. Some people have posted getting Heath or one of the other 5 stars, but I don't personally know anybody that has yet. Nobody in my faction's gotten lucky yet. Hey, the real Rick, welcome. Great to have you as always. I see, let me see where the screen's still at. Yeah, just showing this first purchase. It wasn't anything big, a little bit of a tease there. Just picked up the multi-tool knife on extreme sale. I feel like this is one of the best things to do. You know, we're all waiting to get up to enough to pick up Zeke or Jesus, whoever you're going after, but you're really going to maximize your time and survival points if you pick up any multi-tool knife you can when it's on extreme sale. You can see here, you know, I saved over 10,000 survival markers, which means it's going to be 10,000 survival markers less to get everything I need. So that's the epic and the 7 multi-tool knives that you're going to need. So that's what I'd suggest. Don't worry about saving up and getting the tune first, because you're only going to be able to max them out level 1 without having any of these multi-tool knives. So you're going to need those as well. So anytime you see them on extreme sale, snatch it up and move on and just keep working until you have everything. And you're going to be able to max him out faster. You might not be able to show him off that you have him before then, but you'll get him maxed out quicker. Let's go ahead and jump into another raid. Oh, another top 80. Nice. G-Star. I'm not too sure what he has either, but, you know, I trust my team for the most part. Well, hell. I hate Conrad, so this probably isn't going to go well. He's defended as well, so I don't think I can get him out of there. Yeah. Right now, I'm just looking for somebody that I might be able to take out first round. I don't really see anybody there. I think actually what I am going to do... Tyrese. Yeah, let's... I'm going to pick on Andrea. The hope here is that by attacking off of Conrad, who's obviously going to absolute defense on us a few times. Let's see. All right. 1 out of 2. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 4. Oh, not too bad. 2 out of 5 times. That, you know, we built up our ARs a little bit more by going after this Andrea first. He just got neutralized. You can see he's already full up, so that's frustrating. But with Andrea down, if we can get Glenn to pop, if he doesn't, there we go. So we'll go Glenn real quick. He hit Andrea anyway. That's a little bit of a waste. That's okay. See if we can get Conrad out of the way here. It'd be nice if we could do it without using Rick. We cannot. Let's give that a shot. So close. Oh, yeah, now I'm in trouble. That's all right. All right. It's going to be a close one, guys. Let's get him out of the way. Ugh. Well, it's possible. Let's go Rick here. Let's get a little freeze up. They're making me work for it. Got him down to 1. I think we'll get out of this. So that was pretty close. What was he? 73 rank. So nice. Good bit of rep there. Decent. Well, that food could have been better. Only 300 fuses. So not a whole lot out of that one. Let's see. Where are we at? Well, we got Homo sapien. Who do you want from gateway tokens? I feel like Heath would fit really well into my team. You know, the same one you just saw me raid with. He's got a better boost than my Lee does now. So that will just add more damage to the team that I can throw into it. And so he would be a good fit in there. You know, Lee is a shield, so it might be a matter of me actually replacing somebody out of there with him. But I don't really want to run 2 straight buffs, so it would be more of keeping Lee around to do even more heavy damage with his deep strike. Who we got? We got a couple more viewers. Vegans Chan, welcome. The Real Rick, welcome back. What do we got here? Let's see. See if we can get lucky with another raid. See if we can find another good opponent. You know, those first 2 were pretty solid. Yeah, don't luck into getting too many that are ahead of me. So I'm not often getting the 25 rep. I get more stuff like this. He's just above me. He doesn't have a lot of resources. Yeah, same. See if we can get lucky. But yeah, he's probably the one I'd want the most. Who else is out there? Cooper would be nice. You know, my range team could use more work. You know, there's a lot of people I can get on the range side that would really improve my range team. Who else is out there? Alicia. Yeah, Alicia would be nice as well. And who am I missing? Cooper, Alicia. Oh, Barker. Yeah, Barker'd be nice. I'd probably find something to do with him. At least play around with him. See how I could use him in a team. I don't know if I'd want to shake up too much of what I have. There is a plan I have for improving the team I have now that doesn't really involve any of those characters. But yeah, I definitely feel like Heath would fit in the best with what I'm doing already. Killjoy Jasper, how's it going? Welcome to the game. Oh no, Vegans Chan, what's going on? What did it for you? Let's hear it. Yeah, that's tough, man. Let me hear about it. What's going on? What's getting you out of the game? I'm definitely not going to talk you out of it, but it's always nice to, you've been a big part, big supporter, big contributor to the channel. You gonna move on to something else, or what's the hope here? Yeah, I'm hoping you're just typing it out. I want to hear what's going on with you vegans. Um, let's see. It's not surprising, a lot of people are just getting a little bored. Nothing really seems entirely new. Even Survival Road was fresh for a bit, but the more you kind of keep doing the same things over and over, it seems like once you hit gold level, there's not a whole lot going after that. I've even missed a few days. I've talked about it before. The timing is a little rough for me sometimes. If I don't do it before work, it kind of gets left behind. Um, the OP tunes, week after week, have really been turning people off, especially spenders. Just sick. Yeah, no, that's the same thing I hear a lot. People people that are pay to play, have reached this point where they feel like they're constantly having to spend more and more. That even once they get a nice beefed up roster with the tunes that keep coming out, there's just not a whole lot they can do. They feel like they have to, in order to stay where they're at and be as competitive as they are, they're having to continually spin, and that's really frustrating for them. To have what at one point is an amazing roster, and then like a month, 2 months later, it's definitely diluted. That's going around a lot. I don't know if Scopely is going to pick up on that, or if they're just seeing the writing on the wall and know that maybe there's not a whole lot of time left, and they're just trying to squeeze as much out as they can. Nice. Starting to hoping to start streaming PC games. Yeah, man. Any titles specifically you're looking at? I'd definitely give you a watch. Let's see. Where are we at? We got 4 raid energy. Let's go ahead and throw another one of those in. Yeah, there has Real Rick says a lot of people want to quit or already quit. That's true. We've seen a pretty big exodus on my region. I actually had a couple members. One of them basically just went casual. So he, was a top 3 faction and decided he was kind of done with it. He dropped to basically just a casual faction. Is not too worried about being competitive. So we still see him on every now and then. We still throw a shout out on him if we ever get matched up. But for the most part, he's just chill. That is a great point, and that's a great philosophy to have. Vegan Shan says, Vegan Shan says, I have some nice tunes, but I'm not willing to spend. I'm still only in grade 11, can't afford it. Man, that's a good reason. And it's good mentality to have, even as young as you are. Know your limits and like weigh what's important to you. A lot of my Worth the Squeeze videos aren't about actual worth, but what about personal value is, and so know your limits. A game like this, with it's been talked about a lot, a little bit of a gambling aspect to it can be addictive for some people, and chasing the highs of getting that tune versus the lows of realizing that you've spent X amount, can be pretty crushing. So it's very healthy, and yeah, like I said, I'm not going to talk you out of anything, and that's a damn good reason. Good head on your shoulders, keep it that way. Let's see if we can find anybody solid. Or resources. Resources would be nice. This is good enough. I'm a little surprised by this 313 rank. All teammates against ranged. Attack against, yeah. There we go. I was just checking to see where that weapon was at. Anytime I come up against an Andrea that isn't getting some sort of defense buff, I can take her out in one turn with everybody. So that was all that little recon was for. And then this is the beauty, when everybody's on track here, it's pretty much just run through time. Even if I don't get them all here at the front, I basically have another attack coming for me. But what do we got here? Couple games. I got a couple games like Terraria, Starbound's pretty fun. How to Survive 2, Payday 2. Yeah, no, this is some pretty fun titles. I've been wanting to give Starbound a pretty big look myself. Just haven't got around to it. Kind of juggling a lot of stuff at the moment. But yeah, let me know. Let me know if you start throwing stuff up, man. I'll drop in. I appreciate your support. I'm definitely worth giving back. Okay, we got those out. Let's go in. Let's claim up some of these gateway tokens. So many collection nothings around here. I am thinking about. I'll probably do a stream. Maybe one of my next streams we will do some museum openings. I have a lot of collections that are lower level that are all complete. We might open. I've been thinking about opening things that have 5-star recruit tokens, and then if we get up to 10,000, we'll also do a 5-star opening. I think that'd be kind of fun to do on a live stream. There we go. There's number 3. Real Rick asks, what mobile games would you play if you ever quit? Well, whoa, welcome to the party, Deadly Shot, and congratulations on that new Heath. Beastly. Do you already have a melee team you're planning on throwing him into, or what are you planning to do with him? James Mays, welcome back as always. See, we got the regular crowd in. Great to have you guys. Games I would play if I quit. So I probably won't quit outright, even once other things come along. I am looking forward to March to War, which should be coming out here hopefully pretty soon, even though it doesn't have a release date yet. And hopefully that'll be quality, and I'll pick up into that. And this will probably die off a little bit. I'll probably still try to stay on top of big things that happen in the game for a good while. What else? Oh, I had a whole list of things that are coming out this year that I want to check out, but that's the biggest one I'm waiting on. I thought about checking out Galaxy of Heroes, Star Wars. I've talked about that's one of the universes that I'm a fan of. But it's been out so long, I don't know what I could really add to the experience there. As far as like adding to the community, there's going to be so many people that are so far ahead of me in knowledge base and skill that I don't know what I could really add. If I did play it, it'd just be something casual for fun. I wouldn't try and throw it up on the channel. I don't think I could do it justice at this point. Yeah, that's something I've been thinking about too. We start doing Vegan Shan says if I can edit out the rest and just throw up openings. That's something I've been thinking about doing. When I first started the channel, I did a lot of what I was calling just the pulls, where I would shorten the videos and basically just show everything once the buttons hit and tunes are flying out. So I was thinking about doing some of that for the streams, shortening down some of the chit chat and showing some of the bigger things we do, like openings and purchases, things like that. Deadly Shot. I use range mainly, but I will use him. Yeah, he's a really quality tune. I feel like he fits up in the upper tier, even though he's a free character right now, as opposed to the last couple free fives we saw. Um, But yeah, he's quality. If you can slowly start to build some melee around him, you can definitely find use with him. I think so. It's just huge buffs. Uh, kind of too good of a tune not to find a way to take advantage. If you don't have the right things now to sort of use him, just keep an eye out, and eventually you will. But he's definitely something to build around if you don't already have melee there. A long coat. Uh, I'm assuming that's jokingly better than Heath, unless you just really needed a long coat to get maybe well, one of your 5 stars, maxed out, because there is a level up going on. So there's a chance that could be serious. Sometimes it's game dependent. Sometimes you really need a long coat. Binding of Isaac. I don't know Binding of Isaac very much. I'll have to keep a lookout, or at least do some research. All right, where are we at? Hey, Pepito, welcome in, man. We got a good crowd this time. Yeah, live stream nice. I have been doing live streams a little bit, slowly working them in. I finally found a an app that was easy. Uh, No shit, it's just YouTube gaming app. Should have went with the easy one right off the bat. But yeah, I've been trying to stream more. I enjoy. I feel like this helps build community more than anything. Comments are nice on piece together videos that I put up, but to do stuff live, kind of interact a little bit more naturally, answer things on the fly is has been a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing it. Try to make things to put in here, make it worth stopping in. But yeah, a lot of times it's just mostly talking with you guys. So I love that more people are starting to watch when I'm on. More people are starting to contribute to the discussion. It makes it fun for me. I hope it adds more value for you guys as well. And that's what community is about. Like all of us kind of having an experience together. So I'm loving it. Vegan Shan says, I personally think this game has to stop adding new characters and buff nerf ones that are already in the game. Yeah, I mean, as far as the game, it would definitely add a lot of value and longevity to it. I think I think the big problem with a lot of things that as players we think would heighten the game is the same problem, and that's that it would directly impact Scopely's bottom line. I think part of their problem looking at it is that they just had too much success too soon. And this is just in strict terms of dollars. With uh, people were just willing to put so much money into it that now they've, hit this level of expectation for how much they're bringing in. And to bring in less than that will seem like a decline, if not to them, to whoever is in charge of making decisions and investing, man hours into the game. And so I think that's a big part of it. If they start backing off that, even though they'll be profitable more than likely, unless they just have a lot larger staff than I assume they do, it it's American capitalism. You can't just be profitable. You have to be more profitable than you were last quarter or last month. It's this bastardized idea of capitalism where you continually have to grow. And the problem with that is there's limits and there's often downfall. So I think that's part of the problem. Is Scopely, did so well so early and made so much that to now temper that with either better prices, better odds is really going to impact their bottom line. And for people at the higher level, that's going to seem like decline and failure. But yeah, that's kind of what we're stuck with at the moment. Um, what do we say? Uh, I was gonna comment. I got a new tune on the block. I'm gonna piece together and put out tomorrow about the new Jesus. I mean, he's obviously quality, and he's better, than Shield Lee, which I already have. But for the most part, they haven't introduced a lot that is really shortening the maximum amount of time you can win a raid, if that makes a lot of sense. I mean, they put in a lot of OP tunes, but some of them have things that are just kind of more helpful for stages. It's like effects for 4 turns. And man, most raids don't go that long. If they go that long, there's already a lot in the way that it's hard to say one tune did it all. I mean, overall, they are getting a little bit ridiculous with some of the adrenaline rushes and the specialist skills and the weapons that are coming factory on them. But uh, I mean, they still have some stuff to work with. The problem is they keep bumping it. Whether it's they're adding it effect for another turn, or they're adding an extra percentage onto something we've already seen. And there's only so far it can go. I think the whole AP stuff that they did for a while uh, kind of leveled it out a bit into the point where we thought that was going to be really amazing and game changing, and we kind of found out that it's not doing a whole lot of effect. It's not really increasing the maximum amount of time you can win a raid faster than you already could. But yeah, with the basic stuff, the way they keep creeping it up, it's definitely got a limit. Uh, Yeah, no, Vegan Jam makes a great point here. Imagine Gregory AR was changed to 400 damage and minus 20 AP to 5, and they put him up for times 2. More people would want him, but others who have him would be extremely happy. Yeah, I do think they need to temper it to some way. Like I said, the people who are spending and really keeping Scopely afloat are some of the people that are getting the most upset. Free to play guys are just feeling like there's a limit to how much they can progress now without an OP tune. But the people that are paying are getting upset that um, the things that they're paying for have a very limited time value. Speed speed clearing team. Jay, who plays, made him a team. 2 green Michonnes with Jason, Larry, and a Skylar. Yeah, I mean, four AOE's will do just a lot of damage once you get them to pop, especially with the buff. So that can do a lot. And since AR pretty much breaks through um, absolute defense, it can definitely get you through things a lot. Especially the biggest thing I found out with my team is when you can get the ARs to not only go off fast but to go off together. And just kind of use them one after another. That's how you get the most out. It's great to have tunes to do, a lot of damage or whatnot with their ARs, but if they're going off like sequentially one turn then the other turn, or two and then two more, it really limits what you can do. I keep saying it. Raids are all about doing the most damage as fast as you can. So doing more damage around earlier can pay off more than doing a lot of damage a turn later. There's definitely a limit of decline. What do we got here? Pepito Guzman says, "What's your thoughts on Andrea? I'm thinking the mistake of making Andrea so accessible forced their hand to create higher tunes. Before Andrea, this game was quite balanced." Um, well, I'll go ahead and take the second part first. I think you're right. You know, when Andrea was less accessible, um, there was more balance in the game. But I think part I don't know that Andrea pushed their hand as much as some of the more dynamic specialist skills did. First it was the shields, and then the revives, and then it was just downhill after that. So I don't know that it was necessarily Andrea. Um, I'm trying to think of who our first shield was. I mean, Katya came out, but that was more of a novelty until you started getting 4s and 5 stars, and then Katya wasn't a big deal. Was it maybe Shield Lee? Shield Lee, maybe the first big one that came out. I mean, Shield Lee used to be a beast. Like, people used to talk about him like a game breaker, and now like he's just another shield. Um, Andrea definitely isn't a huge deal anymore. I think we saw in the one I did earlier. We've done a few raids. We probably saw Andrea in every one of them. And she's not a big deal anymore. a whole lot. People know how to work around her. The problem now is if you have like a quality shield with like 4 of them or 2 shields with 3 of them, just because they hit so much. But she's pretty weak, so if you know the limits of when you can hit her, like you see mine, if they're defended, I won't hit her with anything more than my yellows, just because I don't want her to pop first round on defense. I mean, you can work around her. I don't know that it was specifically Andrea um, that started the power creep, because I mean it took a while before you started seeing 2 Andreas, and I feel like before you saw that, we started seeing shields, and I think what really moved it along was the shields and then the revives. I mean that's really what's put it through, because you needed stronger characters to combat that. I mean when they first came out, a single shield or a single revive would just blow you out. Like, if you didn't have the right setup, you didn't come into it with the right thing, that was enough to just give you a loss and would frustrate you. And so they had to make people more powerful, and then it started going from there. Andrea definitely hasn't helped. I agree with you, Vegans Chan. Michonne and Jesus at the top, with Conrad up there. I talk about it in the new Tune on the Block video that I'm going to put up. The way I would rank the shields now is Conrad, then Michonne. Anything that you can put absolute defense on. So Conrad comes with it. That's why he gets top in my book, even though he's red. And then yellow Michonne, because you can create absolute defense for her. And then after that, probably Jesus, maybe Magna in there, kind of in that middle area. But at least not too far behind. Shields are shields. If you don't have one, you need one. If you do have one, you can probably get away with not having a better one, to work your team with. Like, that's how I feel. It would be nice to have Jesus, the new Jesus, but I don't need him. He's not going to drastically change what I can do, but he would be a plus. Arthur Lorenzo, what's up? Welcome to the gang. Man, we got a good crowd tonight. I was only planning on doing a short stream, but we got so many people on tonight. We keep the conversation going. I'll keep messing around and doing stuff. Um, we got a good gang. Let's go ahead and do this token opening. Got a lot of stuff. All right, what do we get? I already forgot what we got last time. Was it a briefcase? Something like that? Um, we were very underwhelmed earlier. See if we can get a little lucky this time. Let's go ahead and open up on Cooper. Hey, there we go. 4-star. That's not terrible. What does old Zachary do? Battle Medic, 45. Very fast is nice. Neutralize is nice. The interesting thing here is I actually don't have any blue neutralizes. And I was just talking earlier about how my range team could use some work. So, 1072 at max on health. His attack and defense are obviously pretty low. Damage and regain. So, does a hurt and heal. I might play around with him, try to work him into my range team, because having a neutralize would be really nice. All I've had so far is Mark. I know I still don't have any 5-star neutralizes, so not too bad. Could have wished for more. Obviously, I want more. But Zachary's a nice little second pull. Definitely a pick me up from just gear. You guys got to see it live, right? That's good stuff. Yeah, but Heath would be nice. Even though he loses a bit of the damage that I would get out of Lee, but with the other thing is with a green command, what I could play with is trying to get somebody off on either turn 2 or even potentially turn 1. I do have some good AP boosting weapons that it might be fun to play with that command. I would be missing. If I did a straight replace with Lee, one, I'm losing my shield that I don't really use a lot in straight raids anyway. It's more for defense. but I would lose that deep strike, which is he's a pretty big heavy hitter. Um, yeah, it's just, on the same token, I wouldn't really want to take out Shiva either, just because she can kind of keep herself alive with that boosted defense self. So she's always good to have in there too. But maybe alongside,